every tomato has a small bud. If you leave it, it's growing and they're getting bigger. And like this is a bud. If you leave it for a while, it's going to be big. And so I need to take them off like this. And also I'm thawing out tomatoes. I'll show you how to do it. Here come, I take the bud, and there is a tomato, and I'm going to make sure tomato should be 3 or 4 right here. This is just one. This tomato has a 5 tomato, so I'm going to cut them and make them 4, so it doesn't hold properly because it's too long, and this stem is actually out of control. Just leave it on the wire to keep still. Oh, I can't see the tomato right here. Right now. So maybe this is the best way to see it right here. So there's 4 tomatoes. Yes, I'm taking off the bud, and here you go. There are 4 tomatoes, and these were very big, and this one is very small. Do you know the reason? This is I'm explaining the reason. When the flowers, these 3 tomatoes, the flower blooms at the same time, so the bee come here, they can pollinate at the same time. That's the reason they start growing. This one is they flower bloomed later, and they pollinated and started growing. That was so small because there's a time difference these parts to pollinate. And if you leave it, and these tomatoes grow properly, but this one I don't think it's gonna be big, and I'm going to take it off. So make sure it's even and the tomato grow healthier. So have a look, this one. There is a 5 tomato and 3 of them. It's alright. This one is a bit small. That one's really small. So I usually leave tomato in the 4 or 3, but I can leave this tomato and make it 4. So cut it, and it's going to be okay. I hope they are growing evenly. So that is my job at the moment, sorting out the tomatoes. This one, it could be it's 4, and that's why this one tomato going to be maybe bigger, but this rest of the 3 was okay. So I try to leave them, all of them, to see what it's like. And that one has a big bud. I need to okay, can't take it, so I use scissors and take it off. Every time I take the bud, but they start growing in so quickly. So yeah, look at this. These have the 4 tomato, but this one is small, too small. So that you take it out and make 3 nice. Here come another spot, and there's look at this. There's a 4 tomato, and the 1 tomato has some strange mark here. It has it's not a disease. I think it's called a bottom rotten. It's lack of the calcium when they grow tomatoes, really hot temperature and the situation, it usually happens so many times. I'm going to take it off because it's rotten inside of them, so I don't need them. So drop it and make sure the 3 of them is fine. Sometimes, yeah, it happens a lot in the day, summertime. This tomato is just okay. It has a bud. I'm going to take it off. Look at this. Yep. Oh, look at this. There's a lot of tomatoes, so I need to think which ones should be left. And I'm gonna make it full. That means okay. Yeah. So I made it full. This situation is same size for tomato should be there. That is the best one because they grow evenly, so the same size. I can get the same size tomato. That is the best situation for the farmer. Otherwise, look at this. This tomato, two is the same size. The other one is a little bit smaller. That one is a little bit smaller than these tomatoes. And this tomatoes going to be M size. This tomatoes going to be S size. And this one going to be a 2S size. So best bet is, okay, show you right there. All of them same size. Yeah. So it's going to be like this. The best situation. Oh, look at this tomato. Three of them are big. This one's really small. This is not a good situation, so I'm gonna take the small one out, and it's gonna be fine. Probably I can get the 3 tomatoes when they're ripe. This one, oh yeah, here we go. Small one. It doesn't work. So take that. And let's have a look. Here we go. This one tomato is nice. I take a bud. This one is alright. This one is very nice. Just take a bud and leave the 4 of them. This one is alright. This one has a bud. And I haven't pinched yet, so I'm going to cut stems, so no more tomatoes up there. And this one's going to be, okay, I think it's going to get 3 or 4 tomato later. Come. Look at this. These 5 tomatoes. So make 4. Look at this tomato. Tomato should be like this, but it's bent from here. The reason is we grow them through the summertime, and it's they're in hot temperature. This one grows so quickly and they can't hold the tomatoes. That's the reason they got upside down. And maybe I don't think they can hold it, but maybe just like this. And make them 4 tomatoes. 1, 2. Okay. I made them a 4 tomato like this, and maybe I should hold them on the wire like this. But this is get hard, but they'll be okay. They're still growing. So it looks strange, but I don't think it's a problem. So let's have a look. What's like? Look at this tomato. I found another bottom rotten tomatoes. It looks really bad, so I'm going to take it out. So this one is problem, so I don't need it, so I just leave it on the ground and clean up later. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, throwing tomatoes and taking a bud to make sure the tomato, there's 4 or 3 tomatoes, so on each spot. That's what I'm doing. So if I look away, I take off the stems and the tomato and left on the green. I leave them on the ground. So I'm going to clean them later. Hi, I'm taking another spot again and show you one interesting thing. So if you see this tomato, you can see this part. It's really green. We call them base green. That is the sign of the tomato is really sweet. So if they have a base green right here, so dark green color, that tomatoes should be sweet when they pick. So if you look at this, here you go. Can you tell? It's a green spot. It's a base green. This tomato is going to be very sweet. And that one's too. I think it's going to be very sweet and nice tomatoes. It looks very lovely. I love them. And let's have a look in the greenhouse. So I planted a seed in the beginning of October, and now this big. Now it's November. Today it's November 7th. Can you see it? Most of the tomatoes grow too high and above the wire. Some tomato is, sometimes out of control because I can't hold it on the string. There you go. So I show you again what this looks like. This and this and this and that. So please expect and have enjoyed what is happening here, and keep filming and show you. Bye bye.